Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted.
I think Jesus included a reference to those who mourn because it's a very important aspect of life and of ministry. Ministry has many great privileges, and one of those privileges is sharing in a person's funeral or being with the individuals and the families in their time of grief and mourning. With the funeral, you are taking part in the final act of a person's journey here on earth. And with the individuals and the families, you are sharing with them in that very personal moment of grief, which can be very dark, very deep, and very painful. Those things are immense privileges, but also bring immense responsibilities as well. And I think many people, whatever their journey of life and journey of faith has been, at times like this, look to God. For some, they will have had a deep journey of faith, and others might not have even have thought of God. But in times of grief, they look to God. And it's in times like this that you see the love of God shining through like rays of light, breaking through the cloak of grief and pain that surrounds the individuals. It reminds me of the poem Footprints, of walking across the sand and looking back at the end of life and seeing two sets of footprints, but noticing that at certain times of life, especially those most painful and difficult, there was only one set of footprints. And the person says, Lord, why? You promised to be with me always. But when I look back and see those difficult times, why do I only see one set of footprints? And the Lord replies, my child, I promise to be with you always. It is at those most difficult times of your life that you only see one set of footprints. That's because I was carrying you. Whenever you have a funeral, it reminds us of our own mortality, that one day it will be my family and it will be my friends that are gathering to say goodbye to me. And the words, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted, I know will apply to them at that moment in time when that moment comes. Yes, when I take a funeral or I attend one, this verse is very relevant. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. It's part of the whole gospel message of hope, that God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. It is a message of love, and it is relevant to us all throughout our journey of life. It is especially relevant to those who we think about today, who are in the process of grief and pain in the loss of a loved one.